My beloved child. Stop scrolling for just a moment. Do not let this message pass you by, because what you are about to hear has a strange way of finding only those who are meant to hear it. You did not arrive here by accident. Something huge is waiting for you, and every passing moment is bringing you closer to a truth that has been quietly unfolding behind your back. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The story has only just begun, and what you are about to discover may change the way you look at everything. There was a conversation that took place when you were not present. No one expected your name to be mentioned. It happened naturally, almost unexpectedly, as if heaven itself had arranged the perfect moment. The person you love had every opportunity to stay silent. They could have changed the subject. They could have smiled politely and spoken about something else. But they didn't. Instead, they spoke about you. Not because someone forced them to. Not because they had to. Because your name was already resting in their heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. At first, the room felt ordinary. Voices blended together. The conversation moved from one topic to another without meaning. Then someone suddenly asked a simple question. So, what do you really think about them? Silence followed. For a brief moment, no one moved. Every eye turned toward the person you love. Their heartbeats seemed louder than every word in the room. This was the moment where they could have hidden everything. Instead, they chose honesty. Their first word surprised everyone. They are different. No one expected that answer. Someone leaned forward. What do you mean, different? Another pause. Not because they were searching for words. Because they were searching for the perfect truth. They smiled quietly before speaking again. There is something about them that I can't explain. Those listening became curious. What kind of something? The answer came softly. They make me think about tomorrow. The room became unusually quiet. Nobody laughed. Nobody interrupted. Everyone realized these words were coming from somewhere much deeper than ordinary feelings. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The conversation became more serious. One person asked another unexpected question. Do they even know how important they are to you? The person you love slowly looked down. Then they answered. I don't think they understand. Those words carried more emotion than anyone expected. Another friend couldn't stay silent. If they knew everything you're saying right now, what would happen? A gentle smile appeared. They would probably never believe me. Those listening exchanged surprised looks. Because this wasn't the kind of conversation people have every day. This was different. This was real. Every sentence revealed another hidden piece of their heart. Without realizing it, they began speaking about the smallest memories. The first time your kindness surprised them. The moment your words stayed in their thoughts longer than they admitted. The quiet strength they noticed when everyone else overlooked it. The little details nobody else seemed to notice. Every memory sounded ordinary. Yet together they became extraordinary. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then someone asked the question that changed everything. If they suddenly disappeared from your life tomorrow, what would you regret the most? No one expected the answer. Not even the person asking. Without hesitation they replied, I would regret every feeling I never had the courage to say. The room fell completely silent. No one had another question ready. Because everyone understood what those words truly meant. Sometimes the loudest confession is spoken in the quietest voice. Sometimes the deepest truth is revealed without dramatic words. And sometimes, the person who rarely speaks about their feelings suddenly opens the door to everything hidden inside. The conversation wasn't over. In many ways, it had only just begun. One friend looked directly at them and quietly asked, So what are you waiting for? The person you love didn't answer immediately. Instead, they looked out the window, as if searching for an answer beyond the horizon. As if wondering whether destiny had already written the next chapter. Finally they whispered, I'm waiting for the right moment. Those words carried hope. But they also carried fear. Because the right moment often feels invisible until it has already passed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. No one in that room realized something extraordinary was beginning. Every sentence spoken that day became another step toward a future no one could yet see. The conversation continued long after your name was first mentioned. But with every passing minute, the person you love became more honest, more open, more vulnerable. Their heart was no longer hiding behind careful words. For the first time, they allowed someone else to see what had been quietly growing inside them all along. And what they revealed next was something no one in that room expected. That moment changed the entire conversation forever. What happened after those words were spoken is where the real story begins. A quiet truth was about to become impossible to hide. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The conversation continued, but the atmosphere had completely changed. No one was speaking casually anymore. Every person in the room realized they were hearing something rare. The person you love was no longer giving short answers. Their heart had begun to speak for itself. One friend leaned forward and asked softly, When did you first realize they were different? The person you love smiled, but it was not the smile of someone remembering an ordinary moment. It was the smile of someone remembering the exact second their world quietly changed. It wasn't one big event, they said. It was 100 small moments that slowly became impossible to ignore. Everyone listened carefully. They never tried to impress me. They never asked for attention. But somehow, they became the person I thought about the most. The room fell silent again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Another voice spoke. If they walked through that door right now, what would you honestly say? The person you love closed their eyes for a brief moment. I wouldn't know where to begin. Why? Because no sentence feels big enough. Those words surprised everyone. One friend smiled and replied, "Then just tell them the truth." The person you love looked down and whispered, "The truth is, they have changed me more than they will ever know." No one interrupted. No one laughed. Every person understood this conversation had become something unforgettable. Then another unexpected question arrived. What do you admire most about them? The answer came immediately. The way they keep going, even when life becomes difficult. They have no idea how strong they really are. They inspire people without even trying. They leave kindness behind wherever they go. The room became completely quiet. Every word sounded genuine. Every sentence carried weight. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then something happened that no one expected. One friend asked, "Do you think they would believe everything you've said tonight?" The person you love slowly shook their head. No. Why not? Because they always underestimate how much they mean to others. That answer surprised everyone. Another friend smiled. Then maybe someone should tell them. The person you love looked thoughtful. I've wanted to. So why haven't you? A long silence followed. Then came the answer. I've been waiting for the perfect moment. The room grew still. But lately I've realized. There may never be a perfect moment. Those words changed everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One friend suddenly laughed gently. You've already made your decision. The person you love looked confused. What do you mean? You don't speak this way about someone unless your heart has already chosen. Those words echoed through the room. For the first time, the person you love didn't deny it. Instead, they smiled. A quiet smile. A real smile. The kind of smile that appears only when someone finally accepts what their heart has known all along. Another voice broke the silence. If you had one chance to leave them a message without fear, what would it be? The room waited. Every second felt longer than the last. Finally they answered. I would tell them that meeting them changed my life in ways I never expected. I would tell them they matter more than they realize. I would tell them that even on ordinary days, they are often the brightest part of my thoughts. I would tell them that some people enter your life quietly, but leave an unforgettable mark forever. No one spoke. Everyone simply listened. Because every sentence sounded completely sincere. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then one final question appeared. If tomorrow gave you one opportunity to speak honestly, would you take it? The person you love looked toward the window once again. The evening light filled the room. For several moments, they remained completely silent. Then they nodded. Yes. No more waiting. No more wondering. No more hiding. I want the truth to be known. Those words changed the atmosphere completely. Every friend looked at each other with quiet amazement. They had witnessed something unforgettable. Not just a conversation. A decision. A turning point. A heart choosing courage over silence. But before everyone stood up to leave, one last sentence escaped the lips of the person you love. A sentence so unexpected that nobody saw it coming. If destiny gives me one chance, I won't waste it. The room became completely still. Because everyone knew. The next chapter of this story would never be the same. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The words spoken that evening did not disappear when the conversation ended. They remained alive, quietly shaping what would happen next. And what unfolded after that heartfelt confession would surprise even the people who believed they already knew the whole story. Everything that was spoken that evening began creating a future no one could yet see. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The conversation had officially ended, but something remarkable happened after everyone began leaving. No one rushed home. No one immediately changed the subject. Every person carried the same expression, as if they had just witnessed something unforgettable. One friend quietly walked beside the person you love and asked one final question. Can I tell you what I noticed tonight? The person you love nodded. You never once spoke about what they could give you. A gentle silence followed. You only spoke about how they make you feel. The person you love smiled. I guess that's true. That means your feelings are real. Those simple words stayed in the air. For the first time that night, the person you love stopped questioning their own heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As they walked home, every memory returned one by one. The first conversation. The first smile. The unexpected laugh that stayed in their thoughts all day. The quiet moments no one else noticed. They realized something extraordinary. None of those memories were dramatic. Yet together they had become impossible to forget. Sometimes love isn't built in one unforgettable moment. Sometimes it grows through hundreds of quiet moments that slowly become everything. That realization changed them forever. The next morning felt different. Nothing around them had changed. The streets looked the same. The sky looked the same. People continued their ordinary lives. But inside their heart, everything had changed. They remembered every word spoken the night before. Especially one sentence. No more waiting. That promise echoed through their mind again and again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Later that day another friend unexpectedly called. I've been thinking about our conversation. So have I. I need to ask you something. What is it? Have you ever imagined what would happen if they felt exactly the same? The person you love became completely silent. Not because they had no answer. Because they had imagined it many times. More times than anyone knew. Finally they whispered. I've dreamed about it. The friend smiled. Then maybe it's time to stop dreaming and start believing. Those words landed deeply. Hope quietly replaced hesitation. For the first time, the future no longer felt impossible. Then something unexpected happened. The same friend admitted. Can I tell you a secret? Of course. I've watched the way you talk about them for months. And? You become a different person. The person you love looked surprised. What do you mean? Your voice becomes softer. Your eyes become brighter. You smile without realizing it. You speak with hope. You speak like someone whose heart has already found its home. The room became completely quiet. Because those words were impossible to deny. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Hours passed. The day slowly came to an end. But destiny wasn't finished writing this story. Just before sunset, something small happened. Something almost everyone else would have ignored. The person you love saw something that reminded them of you. It wasn't extraordinary. It wasn't dramatic. Yet it stopped them completely. They smiled. Then quietly said, "This reminds me of them." At that moment they realized something that surprised even themselves. You were no longer simply appearing in their memories. You had become part of their everyday life. Every beautiful moment reminded them of you. Every hopeful thought carried your name. Every quiet dream somehow led back to the same place. Back to you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. That evening they opened an old notebook. Inside were unfinished thoughts. Ideas. Dreams. Plans. They stared at one empty page for a long time. Then they slowly began writing. Not a letter. Not a speech. Just honest thoughts. If I ever get the chance, I will stop hiding. I will stop pretending everything is ordinary. I will speak from my heart. I don't want another day to pass wondering what could have been. When they finished writing, they closed the notebook with a peaceful smile. For the first time in a long while, their heart felt lighter. Not because everything had happened, but because they had finally decided who they wanted to become. Someone honest. Someone courageous. Someone willing to speak when the right opportunity arrived. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Meanwhile, the people who had heard that unforgettable conversation couldn't stop thinking about it either. One of them quietly said, "I've never heard anyone speak about another person with so much respect." Another replied, "Neither have I." A third friend smiled. "I have a feeling this story isn't ending. It's only beginning." None of them knew how true those words would become. Because somewhere beyond their sight, events had already started moving. Doors that once seemed closed were slowly opening. Questions were becoming answers. Silence was preparing to become conversation. And hearts that had spent so long wondering were moving one step closer to understanding. The person you love had finally stopped hiding the truth from themselves. But what happened immediately after that decision was something no one could have predicted. The next encounter would reveal a truth even more powerful than the conversation itself. And when that moment finally arrived, every word spoken that unforgettable night would suddenly make perfect sense.